onto our back. And we're going to place our feet towards our pelvis and feet are hip width apart. With your back, you should have a small gap between the small of your back and the mat. So you've got a nice heavy pelvis. And from here, just take a deep inhale. And then exhale, release everything. One more breath here. Inhaling. So you're expanding the rib cage out. And then exhale, release. From here, can you start to just tilt your pelvis backwards? So you're going to start to imprint your spine. So it's going to feel like you're drawing your belly button away from your t-shirt and just flattening the back on the ground. And then exhale, tilt that pelvis away from you. So it's just like a little pelvic tilt. Inhaling to tilt it towards you. So feel like you're drawing the tailbone towards your nose. And then exhale, pressing away. Shoulders down. Inhaling. And then exhaling, just warming up that pelvis, getting that disassociation in the hips. Let's just do 3 more here. Inhale to tilt back, exhale to press away. 2 more. And we've got our last one here. Coming back to neutral spine. All right, we're going to come into our bridging. So start to tilt that pelvis back. Press evenly through both heels, lift up the hips high towards the ceiling, reach those knees out long, and then exhale, draw your belly button to spine, roll yourself down 1 vertebrae at a time, and release your tailbone at the end. And then again, exhaling, tilting your pelvis back, pressing evenly through both heels, lifting up the hips, chest is wide, shoulders are down, and then roll yourself down all the way. So you should feel your spine segmentally touching that mat when you roll down. And again, lifting up those hips nice and high. From here, can you float your hands up towards the ceiling? As you roll down through the back, you're going to reach your arms out long behind you. So just opening up the back here. And then exhale, press through the heels, draw the hips up, and draw the hands up towards the ceiling. And then again, exhale, rolling down, reach the fingertips long behind you. Feel the back opening, and then exhaling, drawing up nice and high. So you've got energy through the fingertips. Feel like somebody's pulling them behind your head, but your shoulders are down. And then exhale, press through the heels, draw the hips up nice and high. Let's do 2 more here, warming up that spine. And then exhale, drawing up. We've got our last one here, rolling all the way down, belly buttons to spine, and then exhale, drawing up nice and high. Keep your hips up high, you're just going to come down halfway, then exhale, squeeze through the glutes. Keep your fingertips reaching up towards the ceiling. Inhaling, coming down halfway, exhaling, reaching up. Just 5 more here. A slight squeeze in the butt as you come up. Last 4. We've got 3 to go. Our last 2. 1 more here. Keep the hands reaching long, just roll down all the way and release your tailbone at the end. With your right leg, can you float it up into tabletop? So you want the knee in line with your hips and the toes in line with your knee. From here, extend your right leg long, and as you do that, reach your arms long behind you. You're going to circle your arms down and around as you draw your knee back into tabletop. Reach the arms back towards the ceiling. Nice. Then again, extend that leg long, circle the arms down and around, and then draw back up. So you want to control this with the lower abs. The lower that you send your leg, the more effort it's going to be for the lower abdominals. And the higher that you send your leg, so if you extended it up towards the ceiling, the less challenging it's going to be. So just choose what works for you. Let's do 4 more on this leg. Exhale, reaching out long, really stretching out the body. Fingertips are reaching to the opposite wall. You're pointing through the toes. We've got 2 more here. And our last one. Nice. Good. Place your right leg down, left leg floats into tabletop. We've got the same deal. Extend your left leg long, arms reaching behind you, circling around and down, and draw back up towards the ceiling. Nice. Circle the arms, knees coming in, Good. Using your breath, opening up the chest and feeling that the pecs are releasing each time that you circle those arms around. Good. Inhaling and then exhaling up. Let's do 4 more here. Shoulders are down. We've got neutral spine. Last 3. 2 to go. And 1 more here. Nice. Place your left leg down. Let's reach the legs out long. Arms are coming long behind you or beside you. Actually, let's place your hands onto your hips. From here, you're going to float your right leg up. So keeping it straight, you just want it pointing up, straight towards the ceiling. Nice, Axie. From here, you're going to open that leg out towards the side, circle around and down, over towards that left leg, and then back through center. And then again, opening up the leg, circling around over that left leg, and back through center. So this one we want to keep nice and steady with our pelvis, which is why we've got our hands on our hips. If you start to feel your hips move, then make that movement a little bit smaller. Nice. Straighten out that leg. Let's do 2 more in this direction. Good. 1 more here. Nice, Axie. Let's swap down and cross and back through center. So crossing over the left leg, circling around and down, draw up. 3 more here. So drawing that lower belly in. We've got our last 2. We're going to start to feel it through the leg. 1 more here. Back through center. Lower that leg down all the way. Float your left leg up. You're going to start to circle that left leg out. Circle it down and draw it back through center. Again, we're nice and heavy throughout our pelvis. Using your breath. Working the abdominals, challenging them. Good. Let's do 3 more in this direction. Keep the toes and legs reaching long. We've got our last 2. Nice. 1 more here. Draw back through center. Let's cross that leg over to the right hand side. Circle it around and down. Keep the pelvis nice and steady. Breath is just normal. 3 more here. Circling that leg down and around. We've got our last 2. 1 more here. Lower that leg down. Bend both knees. Place your hands by your side. And just drop your knees from side to side. Just get that release through the back. Nice. From here, we're going to come into our side to sides. So bring your legs into tabletop. We want the knees and ankles together. And from here, you're going to inhale, sweep your knees over towards the right hand side. Your left hip will lift up, but make sure that the knees are nice and in line. Exhale, draw back through center, use your obliques, and then inhale, open up over to the other side, the left hand side. Keep your right shoulder blade down. Exhale, draw back through center. So using your obliques, working into the side waist. Make sure those knees are nice and stacked, ankles are stacked. Good. Inhaling, and then exhaling, drawing over. Inhaling to the right, exhale, draw back through center, and then 1 more over to the left, and then draw back through center. Nice. On this next one, we're going to inhale, send our legs over. Exhale, can you extend both legs long? Keep them long. Draw them back through center. Bend the knees. Inhale, open over to the left hand side. Exhale, extend, and draw back through center. Inhaling to bend. Draw over to the right, extend those legs, back through center, bend, over to the other side, extend those legs long, exhale, draw back through center. So really work that side waist. Last one on either side. Good. Bending through the knees, over to the left, extend them long, exhale, draw back through center. Bend the knees, just separate the knees and the feet. From here, we're coming into our toe taps. Drop your right leg down towards the ground and then exhale, draw back through center. Inhale, arc the left leg away from you. Exhale, draw back through center. You can place your hands onto your hips, but remember we want nice neutral spine. Inhaling and then exhaling, using the lower abdominals and using your breath. Inhale and then exhale, nice and easy. Good. Let's do 2 more on each leg. Inhale to arc the left leg away, exhale, draw back up. 1 more on either side. Nice. And our last one here. All right, for our move of the week, we're coming into our chest lifts. Interlace your hands together. Reach behind, place them at the base of the neck. Legs are still in tabletop. And you're exhaling, drawing up, and then inhale to lower down. Exhale to draw up. So incorporate those upper abdominals. Exhaling, and then inhaling. If it's too much with the legs in tabletop, you can always place the legs down onto the mat. Exhaling, drawing up. Otherwise, you can keep them there. Inhaling, and then exhaling, trying to get the tips of the shoulder blades off the mat. We've got 5 more here. Our last 4. 3 to go. 2. Last one here. We're going to hold it up here. Reach those arms long. We're coming into hundreds. So imagine that you've got balls and you're bouncing them either side of you. So inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 20. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 30. Curl up that a little bit high if you can. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 40. You can extend the legs long towards the ceiling. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 50. Curl up that a little bit high if you can. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 60. You can extend the legs long to 45 degrees. Keep pulsing those arms. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 80. 20 to go. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 90. We've got 10 more. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 100. Grab the knees and just give yourself a little rock from side to side. Should be feeling that through the abdominals. Nice. From here, you're going to rock yourself up into seated. And we're going to come into our front position. So, it's actually a side kneeling. So coming onto the knees, yep. And with your left leg, extend it long. Your hands are interlaced, and we're placing them behind our head. Shoulders are down. You're going to grow up nice and tall. And from here, inhale, you're going to arc over, and then exhale, draw up through center. So we're working the side waist, inhaling, and then exhaling, drawing up. Inhale, and then exhale, using your breath. Inhaling, and then exhaling. We've just got 3 more like this. Nice and steady. Our hips are steady, they're not shaking. Last one here. On this next one, you're going to reach up and over, hold it here. Can you twist down towards the ground, then exhale, draw back through center. Inhaling, and then exhaling. If it's too much with both hands, extend your left arm long. Oh, there we go. Did I lose you for a minute? Inhale, and then exhale. Working that side waist. Inhaling and exhaling. 5 more here. Last 4. 3 to go. 2, so lean into it a little bit more. 1 more here. Good, holding it here. Rotate towards the ground. Extend the arms long. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3 to go. 2, last one here. Reach back up nice and tall. You should be feeling it through the side waist. Extend the arms long and just reach down to the ground and get that stretch and release. Nice, take a deep belly breath. Inhale here and then exhale, release. Inhaling and then exhaling. Draw through center and just come up over to the other side. You'll get that other stretch. And take a deep breath. Inhale here. And then exhale. 1 more. And then exhale. Now we're going to just make it flow. So reaching up and over. Working through that position. Nice. One more here. Inhaling. And then exhaling, drawing up. Nice. Release that top arm. We're coming down to that seated position again. And actually, we're going to come up to a 4-point kneeling. 4-point kneeling. Come into a cat-cow position. So 4-point kneeling is where your shoulders are in line with your wrists. Knees are in line with your hips. You're going to exhale, round through the back. And then inhale to release. Exhale, rounding through the back. Really press away from the floor. Inhale to release. You should feel a nice stretch to the back. Inhale to release. Good. Exhaling, looking towards your navel. Inhaling to release. One more here. Exhaling, pressing away from the floor. Inhale to release. Come back to neutral spine. With your right arm, you're going to draw it in between your left hand and your left leg. So from here, you're just going to draw it down. Try and get your right shoulder onto the ground. Rotate, and then draw back through center. Swap arms. Left arm threading through your right arm and your right knee, sorry. And then exhale, draw back through center. It should feel like a nice stretch through the back. And you're aiming to get that shoulder onto the ground. Exhale, pressing up. Inhaling. And then exhaling, pressing away. Inhaling. Just a nice stretch at the back. One more each side. And then exhaling, coming back through center. From here, we're going to come out into a high plank position. Bring those feet out, bottoms down. And from here, can you just pike the hips up? So you've got one long line. Try and get those heels towards the ground. And from here, we're going to do like a Mexican wave with the back. So think about drawing your belly. You're going to press through the feet, draw your belly button away. And then the last thing to lift is your head. So it's like a little Mexican wave movement. Press through both hands. Nice. From here, draw the belly in. Round through the back. And then release the head at the end. Yeah, come back to that plank position. Yeah, so we're not sinking any lower. Round through the belly. And then come back to that plank. If that's too much, just pike up and then come to plank. Pike up and come to plank. A bit of weight bearing here. Nice. Otherwise, round through the back. We've got one more here. Inhaling. And then exhaling. Belly button to spine, rounding all the way. Bring your knees to the mat. Coming back into child's pose. Reach the arms out long. Inhaling here. And then exhale. Release. Walk your hands over to the right hand side. Place your left hand onto your right hand and really lean into that left waist or that left side. Take a deep belly breath here. Inhale. And then exhaling. Release. Feel like you're opening up that rib cage. One more. And then exhaling. Walk the hands over to the left hand side. The right hand's coming on top. Inhaling. And then exhaling. One more breath here. Inhaling. And then exhaling. Release. Walk your hands back through center and just draw yourself up into seated. Alright, so we've got the obliques on the other side. So our left leg is supporting us, our right leg is out. Interlace the fingers together, reach them behind the head. And you're going to inhale, grow tall, so feel like you're reaching up towards the ceiling. You're arching over, so to the other way, yeah. And then exhale, draw up. Inhale, like you're reaching over a beach ball, exhaling. So you've got space between that waist. Inhaling, and then exhaling. Good, you should feel it through your right obliques. Let's do 5 more like this. Exhale, drawing up. Nice. We've got our last 4. We've got 3 to go. Our last 2. Elbows are still wide. 1 more here. Good. We're going to reach over again. We're holding it here. You're going to rotate towards the ground and then back through center. Inhale to rotate. Exhale, draw back. So you've still got the lean in the body. You're going to feel this through the right obliques. Should be burning a little bit. We've got 3 more. Our last 2. 1 more here. Add in that rotation again. Extend your arms long for 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come back through center. Left hand's coming to the ground. Reach up and over. Yeah, opposite direction. Inhale. And then exhale. Stretch it out. 1 more breath here. Inhaling. And then exhaling. Release. Come up and over. Get the stretch throughout the left hand side. Yes. Inhaling. And then exhaling. Inhale. And then exhale. Deepening that stretch. Now come back through center. We're just making it a fluid motion. So still working that side waist just a little bit. But getting that release. Mobilizing the back. 1 more here. Up. And then over. Good. Draw back through center. We're coming into a hip flexor stretch. So your left leg's coming in front. Right knee's here. And you're going to lean into that left leg. So you're really opening up that right leg. Should feel like a nice stretch and release. Gaze is forward. Chest is wide. Shoulders are down. Inhaling here. And then exhale. Release. Now can you press through your left foot? You're going to come into a hamstring stretch. So straightening out that left leg. Try and keep your back nice and straight and just lean into that leg. You may feel it in your calf, hammy. Just getting that release. Sticking the butt out just a little bit. Nice. 1 more breath here. Inhaling. And then exhaling. Place your left toes onto the ground and have a slight bend in the knees. Bring your right toes up underneath of you and you're just going to press through both legs. Keep the hips tracking forward and you're just going to fold yourself down. Make sure you've got a bit of balance. You can have a slight bend in that left knee if you wish, but the aim is to try and get a deeper stretch up through the hammy. Really lean into it. One more breath here. Now stand up all the way. Let's bring your feet towards the front. So we've still got a wide stance, feet are towards the front. Just fold yourself over and you can grab onto your forearms and just let yourself hang here. Get that release through both sides now. Just take a deep breath. Inhale here. And then exhale. 1 more here. Release the hands to the ground. Re-stack up nice and tall. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Interlace them. Stretch up nice and tall. Exhale, open the hands. Fold yourself all the way down again. Place the hands onto the mat. And just get that deeper stretch. Maybe you can place the hands fully onto the floor now. It's a nice release for the hamstrings, the back. Holding it here for 1 more breath. And then exhaling, release. Let's re-stack up nice and tall. Keep the width in the feet and just walk them over to the other side. So from here you're going to get that hammy stretch. So bend. Actually, yes, we folded ourselves over. I forgot which one we did. Stretch over. And get that release throughout the right leg. Try and keep those hips parallel. Holding it here. And then exhaling, release. Nice. From here, bend through that right leg. Just draw the left knee down towards the ground and extend it long. You're going to get that same hammy stretch, but it's going to feel a little bit different. It may feel a little bit deeper. You might find it's stretching elsewhere as well. Getting that release. Inhaling. Breathing deeply helps to oxygenate the body, and it also helps to stretch out the body too, a little bit deeper. Bend through your right knee, and with your left leg, you're just drawing it back, opening up that hip flexor now. Nice, shoulders are down, chest is wide, looking towards the wall in front, opening up the hip. One more breath here. And then exhale, release. Alright, from here we're going to come into our pigeon stretch. So you can do your pigeon stretch with either one leg extended long and then the other leg across, or you can have both legs bent. So you can bend your right knee and then the left leg can come in on top like a little pretzel. And then with your opposite hand, you're going to grab onto that knee and then rotate out towards the other side. Nice. It's going to be a deep glute stretch. And then exhale, release. Opening up that hip, that glute. Let's do 2 more breaths here. And then exhaling. 1 more. Release that left leg, stretch it out, and bring your right leg over, swapping over to the other side. And just get that stretch, open up the chest. Feels so good to stretch out the glute. And try and get more rotation each time too. Nice, 2 more breaths here. And 1 more here. Release that right leg. Reach the legs out in front of you. Same with the arms, shoulders down. We're going to come into our roll down. Draw your belly button to spine. Roll off the back of the pelvis. Reach the arms behind you. Circle them around and down. And from here we're going to bend our knees. Roll over to your right hand side. Support your head with your right hand. Bring your left hand in front. Inhale here. And then exhale, we're coming into our book openings. Try and place your left shoulder blade down onto the mat. You should feel nice and open. Inhale, draw back through center. We've got 2 more like this. Exhale, reaching those left fingertips long, opening up, and then draw back through center. 1 more here, opening up, and then exhaling, placing the left shoulder blade onto the mat, and then drawing back through center. Nice. When you're ready, just flip over to the other side. I'm just going to roll over here. Left hand supporting, knees together, ankles together. Right hand's reaching forward. Reach up towards the ceiling, placing that right shoulder blade onto the mat. And then draw back through center. Make sure that the pelvis is tracking or stacked on one on top of the other. And you still want it tracking forward. Good, 1 more here. Inhaling, reaching up. And placing that right shoulder blade all the way down. Getting that stretch and release. Draw back through center. And now lying onto our back. Place the soles of the feet together, or you can have them long, whichever feels more comfortable. And place 1 hand onto your heart and 1 hand onto your belly. Just relax here. You can close your eyes. And then take a deep belly breath. So feel like you're expanding the rib cage out wide to the side and also back towards the mat. You may feel like your hips are starting to open up a little bit. And then exhale, release everything. Shoulders are down. Just taking a chance to relax. One more breath here. And when you're ready, I want you to start to think about 3 things that you're grateful for. So it might be that you're grateful for your family, your friends, your partner, a nice home, fresh food, the chance to move your body. Just think about those 3 things. On your next breath, start to think about 3 things that you're looking forward to. So it might be catching up with a friend via Zoom. Might be a birthday coming up. Just think about 3 things that you're looking forward to. And lastly, let's start to think about 3 things that we've done well today. So it could be attending the class. It could be that you've gone for a walk, or you've made time for yourself in the sun, or you're reading a great book. Start to wiggle your toes and fingertips. And draw the knees together. You're going to just hug the knees into your chest. And from here, you're just going to give a slight roll on the small of your back. In one direction, shoulders are down. And then reverse that in the other direction. Nice. Come back through center. And you're going to rock yourself. Take 3 rocks to rock yourself up into seated.